with your April 2026 card reading. April is the month that you are ready for change in your life. If you don't have the journal yet, you can buy it on Amazon, or I have some available in my clinic in Yass. So change is something that for a lot of us already this year, we're finding things are building and that energy is building. It's like something has to give. I want to do something differently. And it's almost like in April, it's like, yep, I have to do this. And taking full responsibility for the change you want in your life, you're recognizing you're the only one who can do it. And so you really need to decide what it is, but then make meaningful change. Do it in a way that's non-destructive. If you let your emotions build up or frustrations or whatever it is that's pushing this change, you will find that you get really, you could get quite destructive in the way you make those changes. You could really burn some bridges. So in April, be really mindful of how you're going about it. Recognize those difficult emotions or whatever it is that's pushing this desire for change, and then use it constructively. Use it to move yourself forward, but in a good way. The oil for this month is celery seed. This is the oil of detoxing. So a really good oil to help you detox your body, your environment, anything around you that is not serving a purpose anymore. Or maybe the purpose it is serving is that to remind you that you need to make that change. And so in which case, if you're ready to do that, it's already served its purpose. All right, numerology cards. Choose your card number 1, 2, or 3. We'll read these at the end. We've got 1, 2, actually we're having 4 cards. So choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then we're going to draw our cards for the month of April. It was funny, while I was shuffling, cards were flying out left, right, and center. The strength card did fly out, and that's the first card to come out. So I love it when that happens, because it's just reinforces that what the cards are telling us is really accurate. As always, listen to your own intuition. The way I interpret this may be different to the meaning it's giving you. So please make sure you listen to your own inner guidance. And it is just guidance. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, so the first week of April 2026, we have the Strength card, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and you have the King of Air. I really feel like in the first week of April, you're sort of really starting to step into your own power a bit here. You're finding that strength you need to create the change that you want to see in your life. You are speaking your mind, but this is in a very confident way. Again, this is where I was saying to you, making sure that you don't react and be destructive with your words. Instead, this is you really finding that balance, but being very clear with yourself what you need, and then being clear in telling others around you what you need. This is not, you're not putting the responsibility onto other people here. This is, you are really owning this yourself. So it may well be that you are telling people, this is my time and you're going to respect this time, or actually this role no longer suits me, I'm stepping away from this now. But you're doing this very confidently. You can be very kind and professional, whatever it is the situation requires, but I feel like you're being quite strong here in what it is that you're willing to accept or not accept. Now, for some of you, I feel like you're going to need some professional help here. So it might be that you're seeking out, some support for your mental health. It might be that there has been a physical problem that's been giving you grief and you've been putting it, off. But I feel like some of you are really seeking out that physical help this month to support you to make these changes. If what you are needing help with is something I can help with, as far as, Reiki, balancing the energy in your body, getting that energy back in your body so that you can find your mojo again. If it's working through things that are keeping you stuck, that you can't move on from, old things, old hurts, book in for a tapping session. There's heaps that we can do to help you to make these really positive changes in a really healthy way. Now, with the 10 of Pentacles there, I feel like you're going to do really well with this. So looking at the daily cards, it looks like there are ups and downs throughout the whole month. It makes sense when you're making changes. We always see that. But with starting off with that 10 of Pentacles, I really feel like you are going to do this really well. You're going to make these changes and you're going to come out of this feeling so much better than how you potentially are feeling at the start of the month. So the second week of April, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Magician here. So some of you, and actually that Nine of Swords card fell out while I was shuffling too. This can suggest that there is some upheaval in what it is you're trying to do, that this can be creating a bit of anxiety in your life and feeling a bit stressed. It's like you know what you want to do, you want to follow your heart, you know sort of what is calling on you. I feel like some of you have got really strong psychic messages coming through and you just know where you're meant to be going, and yet there's something sort of stopping you here and it's creating this anxiety. With the Magician card there, you're being reminded you can make the change, and it all starts with your thinking, with your belief systems, with how you look at the world and interact with the world. So if you're feeling that anxiety, then try and just give yourself a moment, come back and say, what is it? What is it that is creating this anxiety in me? What is it telling me? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? And really tune into that and listen to that, and then make those changes as you need to. So week 3 of April, we have the Queen of Swords, 3 of Cups. We have the Knight of Earth, 4 of Fire here. So this is, I feel like the start of the month has been a bit up and down, but it's like you're sort of finding your own here. You're really getting quite clear on what it is you want. You're becoming very self-reliant. You have taken full responsibility for what it is you want to do, but you're bringing some joy and fun back in this. It almost feels like there's been some aspects of you that have felt like they've sort of been missing for a little while. It's like, oh, I can feel those old parts of me coming back. And that's what happens when you get into alignment and you make good choices for yourself and you put yourself first. So 3 of Cups, this could be you celebrating, hanging out with like-minded friends. It's finding that joy. For some of you, I feel like there could be a little bit of travel here, and it might just be you go, you know what, I'm just going to go away for a weekend. I'm just going to go and sit on a beach somewhere. I'm going to go out into, you know, a forest space, or just it always feels like going out in nature when you need a pick-me-up. But I feel like for some of you, just sort of creating that little bit of a space and environment for you to really go, okay, this is, you know, this is what I need to recharge my batteries and to find those parts of me that I feel like have been a bit lost. Now, for some of you, I feel like you're really taking a lot of physical action here, that you're writing your list. You know, perhaps things have gotten a bit on top of you, and it's like, okay, what actually has to be done? So you're writing a list, you're taking action, you're getting it done. You're doing what needs to happen in order to perhaps either put this stuff behind you so you can move forward with these changes you want to make, or it could be part of those changes that you're doing. For others of you with the 4 of Fire there, I feel like you are more, you've made those changes. You were finding that contentment here now, and you've got some abundance coming in. We've got the 10 of Pentacles at the beginning. This is also some abundance coming through for you. This is you completing projects, feeling really good. So I feel like this could be for different people. Some of you have got a lot of work still to do, but you're getting it done. Others, you've sort of completed it and you're just having that moment of, oh, yes, I achieved this, I've done it. The final week of April, we have the 5 of Cups, we have the Star, we have the 3 of Earth card here. These are 2 cards of creativity. This is you being recognized for the work you're doing. It's you dreaming big and following your dreams, reaching your goals. You might be bringing other people in here to help you, or it might be you're just getting other resources. It might be that, you know, you're learning something new here, or you're just tapping into this other creative aspect of yourself that then allows you to dream, you know, painting, music, anything that sort of helps you to, or allows you to slip away into that sort of subconscious and just allow those messages to come through, and, you know, just that dream space where all of a sudden ideas appear. Oh, wow, I hadn't even thought of that. That feels like something I really want to do. Now, you do have the 5 of Cups here. So this feels like there is opportunities coming to you, but there is something holding you back. For some of you, I feel like there has been a big loss in your life. There is a big hurt there, and moving on might create some guilt or feelings of, well, I can't be happy because they're not here, or, just something like that. If that's you, then you might be the person who is seeking out that professional help to help you to move on from this. But with this card here, it's telling you you're allowed, it's time. It's just finding the best way for you to do that feels okay for you. So bottom of the deck, we have Six of Cups, we have King of Wands, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So this month is going to be a lot about finding balance. As I said, there's a lot of ups and downs in the daily cards. We've got this card of anxiety here. We've got these changes happening. You need to find that balance in taking action, in taking time out, in looking after your self-care, knowing when to push forward, when to hold back. Really tuning in to yourself and listening to your body, your mind, noticing when things are off, and then doing what you need to do to correct that. Now, with Six of Cups there, I do feel like there is some old stuff coming through for some of you that needs to be addressed this month. There could be some issues around kids. There could be that you're looking back at some past thing that you lost or that you thought you had, but you've been sort of looking through, rosy colored glasses, and now you're starting to actually, it wasn't even that great. I've been mourning this thing that I've sort of put up on this pedestal, and it really wasn't that great. So it's like you're having a really honest look this month and clearing out your life. You're tidying it up. So keeping your eye on the big picture, really being clear about what your end goals are, and then just starting to work out what you need to do to get there. Do it with kindness. Really, really important this month that you don't sort of lose your shit at people and just go off tap and then burn bridges that you can't rebuild. If you feel yourself getting to that point, then just take a step back, remove yourself from the situation, go away for a weekend, just find that space for you where you can breathe, where you can process it, where you can then make those good, healthy choices. Numerology cards for this month. Card number 1 is 7. This is a card of personal growth. This is going to be a big thing for most of you, I feel, this month. There is the opportunity here for so much growth. So it's just a question of how you do that, if you choose to do that. Card number 2 is 87. It is the card of synchronicity. So this is looking at those coincidences. It's, having a thought and then you're seeing something that sort of backs that up. It's really paying attention to those messages that come through. There is, there's always this help around us, but we have to ask for it and we have to pay attention to it. And then the third step in that is when you realize it, you actually have to take some action on it and listen to it. The third card is number 2, the card of patience. Patience is so important. When we're making change, it'll feel like you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back at times. You will want, when you get really clear about what it is you want, you kind of wanted it yesterday. This is you recognizing that it's a process. Things will happen in the time they take. Being patient with that while taking the action that you can take. And card number 4, so this may only be one person because I wasn't going to choose 4 cards, but this one wanted to come out. It's card 56. It's a relationship change. So I think for some of you that is going to be happening this month. I feel like with that loss, that moving on, there is looking at things that, you thought were wonderful, but they actually weren't. I feel like for some of you that is going to be relationship changes. As I said, it might only be one of you. So heaps happening. Very exciting month. A lot of opportunity here to change your life, to turn things around, to make it better, to find those old parts of you that you kind of feel like you've lost. It's bringing that mojo back. If you need a session, go to leahlowe.com and book in. We can do EFT over Zoom or in person. Reiki can be done distantly or in person. Use everything available to you to help yourself to feel good so you can make these changes that you know you need to make. Thanks for being here. Bye.